Yo, what up?
Hey.
We back.
We back in this thing.
What's this, episode 2?
This is episode 2.
Yeah.
That's 2.
It's going to be a good day.
In Spanish.
Is that what it is?
It is.
You sure?
In Espanol. And that's Spanish for Spanish.
Spell it.
It's IT. There you go, sis. Period. That's what you gotta know.
That's how we doing it.
That's how we opening up tonight's episode.
That is exactly how we opening up this episode. Y'all see the shenanigans. This is welcome to the sparring session.
Shenanigans.
Welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome.
I'm here for it.
You're now fully entrenched in the shenanigans.
We got some characters tonight.
That this will be. And we definitely have some characters in the building.
Oh, boy.
I mean, we got some real characters in the building. You know what I'm saying? It's a reunion of sorts.
It is.
A nice reunion.
It is.
So what's up, y'all? It's the sparring session. I'm your boy Boog. This is my lovely co-host, Miss J on my grind.
Ow. Hey, y'all. Hey.
And we are tuned in. We are live right now. Groove Radio Detroit. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in on Groove Radio. And also on the Podcastic Network. So we're going to be getting it in. This is actually, it is a reunion.
It is really a reunion.
You know what I'm saying? A couple of these cats, I ain't been able to see in a while. You know, COVID been, keeping people under wraps. You know what I'm saying? And, people being safe and all that jazz. And then a whole bunch of other elements is going on because I'm a daddy and I got other stuff. So I can't get out as often as I want to. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully my homie Ken ain't like, kick me to the curb. Like, Boog ain't no good.
I know, right?
He don't come to sound. He don't come to sound off no more.
Nobody.
Like I be feeling bad. I be seeing this post when he be like, the last post he made, he was like, yeah, if you ain't been here in a while,
man,
that mean you too. And I was like,
did you feel attacked on the line?
I did. I was like,
just a little bit.
I was like, damn.
It's like,
I said, I need to get this out on Sundays quick so I can get back in the good graces.
Hey, I needed a bush to fall into like Homer. Like, ooh.
He like, if you ain't been in a while, this means you too. So don't be calling me or emailing me talking about some what's up.
Talking to me. Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
My bad.
Just saying.
My bad.
I was like, dang, he just cut into a whole bunch of folks. I know people like,
I know, right?
I was feeling kind of bad.
It was some people that day.
Hey, I was about to text him an apology, like,
right.
Hey, I'm sorry, Ken.
He was feeling some type of way that day.
There was a lot of people with a lot of audacity that day.
The audacity.
Like, the audacity was rampant that day. Like, wait a minute, before I get to talking, can I cuss? Because I got to cuss to feel comfortable.
Nah, you can cuss.
You go with it.
Okay, so there's a lot of niggas that's got on my motherfucking nerve that
Trying to get it all in.
The audacity was just running amok.
He said it was running rampant.
Running amok.
Lord.
The audacity rock landed on me.
Oh man,
Mute his
people
mic.
with the audacity.
Mute his mic.
You act like you will not snatch another one. Come on.
This is going to be great. This is going to be pure comedy today.
My God.
Yeah,
missed y'all.
You know I'm about to talk all this shit.
I'm all for it.
Man.
I'm for all the shenanigans
Yeah,
today.
we at the house on a Thursday.
Hey,
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm just saying.
The unmitigated gall of it all.
Period. Stand on that.
Listen. This is just how it is, y'all.
When we get together.
Once again, welcome to the
shame.
sparring session.
Can't even get no act right.
Where all the shenanigans take place.
I never got act right. Ever.
We can't even get through the introduction.
You don't even know what that means.
I don't.
You don't.
My whole ass a dog.
Like,
I pay bills.
Like
I don't
real,
even know what it means.
like.
We can't even get through the
I'm
introduction,
sorry. Well, can
y'all.
I just say
They don't even know who
how
these people
ghetto
are.
it is to be an adult. Like, I thought about that shit today. Like, this is some real
It
fucked
is
up
highly
shit.
ghetto,
I do
and I
not
would
like
not
being an adult.
recommend.
This
Can
is
I
some
get the
fucked
days
up
of
bullshit.
4th hour lunch and catch the 8-mile bus home again? Can I get
I
those
would
days
hop that
back?
Grand River with a heartbeat. I swear I would if I didn't have to
Go back
worry
to
about these
before high school
bills.
and pay my 4th hour lunch.
For the pizza.
My one.
I'll take that pizza and them fries. Get your life right.
My 1 to 6, and I was a teacher assistant 5th hour. Can I get them days back?
Man.
It was a simple life. We wanted to be adult. We can't go back.
I went to the Deca store.
It is quite
the
ghetto.
Deca store.
I would not recommend.
Yo.
We
Once
sorry.
again, welcome to the sparring session.
We gonna try this
All right.
one more time, y'all. We gonna try
Today
this one more
in the
time.
studio,
As if you haven't already heard.
our esteemed guest,
These niggas.
You missed us.
Ken Brass.
Hey.
What up, though?
Yeah.
And if you don't know who Ken Brass is, you should. If you shouldn't, shame on you. Owner and founder of Sound Off Sundays open mic, the #1 open mic in the city,
It is.
and the founder of Tampon Palooza,
I was on it.
which is about to be
Awesome sauce.
literally the #1 fundraiser in the city.
I was on it.
Did y'all check him out on TV last year? And the boy was sharp too.
Oh, he was
You know what I'm
casket
saying?
sharp.
He
He was
was sharp.
casket
He
sharp.
was sharp.
Sugar sharp.
He was sharp.
Period.
He was like, I'm gonna be on TV. I got y'all. I got y'all.
I earned my shirt and everything that day.
So you know,
Got the starch out.
He ain't do the pop and go.
hey, his joint was crispy. I promise you.
That's dope.
He's gonna have to mute his mic before the end of the night, okay?
That button up was crispy. I remember the button up because I was like, oh, Ken got
It
a
was
button up.
Rob-
He is serious.
Ralph Lauren's Polo's finest.
Oh, not the Ralph Lauren.
Gangsta.
The Ralph Lauren.
The Polo.
Not doing this
From the Macy's.
tonight.
Shout out to Macy's Oakland Mall.
Period.
We
Whoa,
doing-
whoa. One of
we
the only
doing all
malls
of
still
this.
open.
75's
Man.
best.
Listen,
Absolutely.
There you have it. Pew.
We
Straight
sorry,
up that
but go ahead.
thing.
Nah,
We
you
missed
good.
everything.
Hey.
We missed it.
for y'all that's tuning in, we was real light with it last week.
Yeah, we were.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
But I
okay.
planned.
Yeah, I was
for
vanilla
this,
last week.
I planned for the shenanigans this week.
We was chilling last week.
yeah,
Oh,
Oh,
that's
y'all
out the
about,
window.
y'all about to
Look,
get
out
this
the window now.
Superman today.
Cause
We
look,
built up
this
for the
shit out the door now.
shenanigans.
because when Ken jumped on the post, like, yo, I need in on this. I'm like, nigga, pull up. Let's go. 'Cause-
Right.
I was
It ain't
expecting
nothing but a
I
word.
was expecting like a later date. He's like, no, today.
No.
To now.
I was like, go ahead. I was like,
I'm like, you want me to come this week?
pull on up this week. Pull on
Right.
up.
Y'all make it
Hey,
happen.
pull
Pull
up.
on up.
Pull
You know
up
what I'm
on
saying?
it.
So when the homie Valid was like, yeah, he down with it, I was like, bet. Ken jumped on. I was like, cool. And then I made, my girl Valentine pop up.
There you go.
Not just that.
Hola, como
Hey, I was
estas?
like, hey, I hit her today like, what you doing tonight?
Well, I guess I'm gonna be on a podcast.
I was like,
Hit him with you up?
I said pull up at
Hey,
8
big
o'clock.
head.
Right.
I said, well, I guess
The
know,
podcast you up text.
at the house trying to crochet real quick. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have to go and get in the car and get going.
Man, I was like, pull up at 8 o'clock.
And
But
there
I'm
you
liking
have
the
it.
digs, though. I'm liking it.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah, so shout out to the Podcasting Network. Happy to be collaborators with them. Groove Radio Detroit, Simply Podcastic, E-Block Radio. We've been collaborating, and so I'm happy to be here at the Podcasting Studio. This is like, I guess you could say, the beginning.
Can we finish
You know what
with
I'm
our
saying? 'Cause
introductions?
Groove Radio Studios is coming soon.
We
you know what I'm
stopped
saying?
at you and couldn't get past you.
No, we about to.
Let's do him last.
I got quiet.
I got it.
I got quiet over there.
I got it.
Terrible.
Once again, introducing my lovely co-host. We will start all the way over from the beginning. It's me.
Hey, y'all. Hey.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Ow, ow.
We got my homie Valid in the studio with us today.
Yeah. What up, though? What up,
Hey.
Big
though?
ups to Valid.
Yo, thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
Oh yeah, for sure. If y'all don't know who he is, you about to.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And again, my girl Valentine
What it do, though?
up in the building.
What it do?
She gonna give y'all the scoop on some
Absolutely.
on the crochet.
Dope.
Another thing she got going on.
You know
So
it.
Yarn, niggas.
Why you bullshit? My Cash App is. And I crochets everything.
I told you by the end of the
Cat
night,
sweaters,
you're gonna have
anklets.
to mute
Y'all
this
got me out here
man's
on a
mic.
Thursday.
nah,
On
we
a
ain't
Thursday.
mute.
Lord.
We
On a
not muting.
Thursday.
We gonna have fun. We gonna have some fun. You want to get
All
into
right.
these topics?
Yeah, let's get into it.
I got some random topics.
Let's get into
You know what
it.
I'm saying?
Oh, not the randos.
I mean, not like random, but not really random.
Let's
You know
get
what I'm
into
saying?
it.
But I just decided that, give us a little something to talk about before we get into the meat and potatoes.
Come on.
There you go.
Appetizer.
You know what I'm
There
saying?
you go.
Let's go.
So this is called the
Come through,
Sparring
California.
Session. So we get a chance to everybody, you know, hit the round table and
Hungry.
everybody can get a.
Starving.
We were talking about ginger
Why y'all
salad.
talking about food?
Man, that's what I'm saying.
You
He
said
started
baked
it.
potatoes, and I'm like ginger salad. He like appetizers. We like,
No,
look at this time to
speaking of
eat.
food,
Just
It was
kinda
a metaphor.
flat.
It
It was
just
a
kinda
metaphor.
flat.
No, but look, speaking of food,
It was a metaphor.
It was.
I finally caught the lobster food truck thing today.
I was gonna ask you about it. Hold on, don't say nothing. I was gonna bring that up in the interview.
Oh well, hold that thought, because I want to know what the hell.
Damn it.
Well, I've been eating fruits and veggies for the last 21 days. I feel like just jumping on somebody and biting
No,
their
but-
arm.
So you went to the food truck, not because you know they getting ready to open a storefront.
Yeah, the store. Don't think the store open. I caught him on liver noise today.
Yeah.
He said, I called. They ain't ready yet.
Ooh, wee.
No, the storefront they still working on it, but it's gonna be open soon.
Dang.
So, but
I'm ready.
yeah, the food truck still slaps.
I'm
You
ready.
know what I'm saying?
Man.
So if you can catch that boy,
Catch that boy.
Right.
Catch them in traffic.
Oh damn!
hey, but you know what food truck I still got to get to that I really want to catch? It's that Detroit 75 joint
Oh my
in Southwest.
Everybody says
Bro.
it's banging.
They do,
Yeah.
and they line. They always have a
Always
line.
banging.
Packed.
Always
I went,
banging.
first time I had it was like a winter day, and they still had the line banging
Really?
like a crack spot in the '80s down the block,
Yeah, it's always
like 2 for
slapping.
10s.
Not 2 for 10s.
Like for real.
Yeah, so
Like I'm thinking about going this weekend.
You can't. They only open. They're not open the weekends. So you got to go Monday through Friday.
Don't that make you mad?
For real?
Yeah.
What? How you gonna take the
Like,
weekend
you
off?
know you got a good thing going and you snatch it away
they
on the
probably
weekends.
need to reboot. So they need 2 days
Yeah, they-
off.
Well,
I
then
actually
take
got-
Monday and Tuesday. What you doing the weekend for?
I asked the guy. He said that's what they really get all day food re-up is on the weekends.
Wow.
That sound about right though.
I just think it would be a lot busier on the weekends. Give
But
more
that's
people
that's probably
options.
why they don't want to though.
Well, you know, when we push Ken to do this block party next year for Sound Off Sundays, he can get them as a food truck.
there you go.
Just gonna speak
That
that,
was
into
just
existence.
manifested.
Boom,
I'm just saying.
That was just manifested.
boom.
I don't see why
Right
not.
here on the sparring
just dropped
session.
a lot of responsibility in my lap.
You act like you ain't got a support squad. Get your life.
Heavy, where's the
Man,
crown?
y'all hear this?
Or
You
whatever.
know you got a
however
support
it goes.
squad. I'm just saying, you know, I like
Heavy
to
as the
manifest
head
stuff
that
on
we
you and then just be like, you know, get it in.
Just put a whole load of responsibility. Like,
Thursday.
yeah, nigga.
That
I know I got big shoulders.
Is-
Shit.
You can do it.
hilarious.
You
You
can
know that
do
would be dope though. You know you can do that, Ken.
I know.
So I'm gonna introduce these topics real quick, and then we gonna. All right.
Bet.
So for everybody that's tuning in, if you want to, chime in, you can chime in on Mixcloud or on our Facebook page, Groove Radio DET. Today we're gonna be chopping it up. One, the NBA controversies. If you've been paying attention, there's a lot of controversies going on in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So that's topic number one. Topic number two, we're gonna highlight a little something with the BET Hip Hop Awards. So if you tuned in to that, you can also give feedback in the comments. And our lovely panel, we're going to let everybody get a feedback. Also, topic number three, we're going to be talking about the rise of suicide within the black community, specifically black men. So I've been coming across a lot of articles lately, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's really, really crazy how prevalent it is in our community. So that's one of our serious topics. We gonna try not to stay on it because we ain't really trying to bring the vibe down. You know what I'm saying? And topic number four, LeBron James and Kanye West doing big things. You haven't been paying attention. Kanye West is investing in a school that's named after his mom. They've already recruited like some real big 5-star athletes or whatever that's gonna be coming to the school over the next few years or whatever for their basketball program. And then also LeBron James has a new facility through Nike, the LeBron James. What is it called? The LeBron
Innovation
James
Center or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Innovation Center. From what I've seen, it's really, really dope. I don't really expect anything less, from LeBron, considering how big he did things with his I Promise Academy. So those are our topics. You know what I'm saying, ladies and gents.
All right.
We're going to start with the NBA controversies.
So, how these niggas,
Go on ahead then.
all these niggas,
Go on ahead then.
some of these niggas was lottery picks.
Go on ahead then.
Yep.
So you just made some commas in your playing career, some of these niggas, they had multiple contracts. And last time I checked,
Some of them even play
no one in the NBA makes under $1 million. I think the league minimum is like 2, 3.5 in that area. So if you was just that nigga at the end of the bench that don't do shit, but put on your warm up and take it back off.
Well, I will say this: some of those guys that was at the end of the bench, they was making more at that time. They was making more like $500,000.
They was like 100,000 there.
Okay, but still.
So
When you start
some of them, if you add their rookie contracts for some of them,
they was there.
Because like Darius Miles and Sebastian Telfair both had $1 million, rookie deals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
And some of these niggas had endorsements and everything else.
Yeah.
So
Darius Miles definitely.
When Darius Miles on Moesha too, like nigga, you did shows.
He was getting a lot of pub for a minute.
Not that Moesha check.
I'm just saying, like,
and you're still getting residuals, sir.
Syndication.
So these niggas. So again, how does these niggas?
Right.
Niggas,
Back to the
I want to call it. I want to put the ER on it. Because of the stupidity. How you done made all this money?
Yeah.
Blessings on blessings of money.
Yeah.
And you got the nerve to scam.
Yeah.
Yep.
What you scamming for?
And a bad scam. They were doing insurance fraud.
They scammed the NBA retiree health plan.
Yeah. And they were filing fraudulent claims.
Yeah, filing fraudulent claims
and
to
getting
keep
the reimbursement money on it.
You doing insurance fraud, which is like the dumbest thing to do.
The dumbest
ever.
crime.
And the killing part is that people in the NFL just went through the same shit like not even a year ago. Like
they're not gonna catch us.
They cracking down on these cats.
Like y'all made the money.
But it costs a lot. Like when you talk about insurance fraud, it's a lot of money. And then even though most times the insurance company can write off certain stuff, when you talk about now I got to increase premiums for these folks who probably can't even afford it because you didn't decide to jack off all the church's money. Oh. Like, come on now. Like they didn't think about that stuff that far. They so busy trying to be greedy. They didn't even think about it.
What's that insurance company name that insures like a lot of the athletes, pro wrestlers? What is it called?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Is that who they were scamming, or?
I think it was just like a fund that the NBA has set up. I don't know if it was an actual company.
The retiree fund.
So
is this like the owner's money, like team owner's money, or insurance company's money?
Well, this is like through the Players Association.
Got you.
And the league. So what they do is when players leave the league, they can get this insurance, right?
Right.
To still cover they health care. You know what I'm saying? And most of these players, they pay into it, but what they paying is minimal. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so whenever they go to the doctor, they supposed to do this paperwork. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the times they get these,
like it's meant to be reimbursement.
They get these rebates and refunds.
It's meant to be reimbursement, and they wasn't nothing to reimburse.
Yeah, because it never happened. It wasn't even an injury.
They was at home on the couch,
right?
So and you got a lot of them that just basically be like, "Yeah, I paid this much when I went to the doctor," and they send the paperwork in, and then they supposed to get reimbursed for it.
I feel you.
So they was scamming,
but that's not cool.
And it's 18 players that's in this.
And the killing part is one of them is one of my boy's cousin. I got in this. I jumped into Facebook and like, cuz got locked up. He like, man. He just me with the man.
Dang.
I was like,
you know it's bad when you hit him with the man.
That's embarrassing, bro.
And that's the one I'm referencing is when I know for sure.
And I know going to real jail. You ain't going to regular. You ain't going to play jail. You going to jail.
You ain't going to play jail.
A thing.
You going to regular jail.
Regular.
You're going to clink.
You going to talk.
You going to don't drop the soap jail.
Hello.
Federal prison,
baby.
What's the crazy thing is, Big Baby Glenn Davis.
I just saw that. I seen outside if I walked in here.
Yeah, he got on social media and was like, "Yo, like don't let the media fool y'all. He like they gassing y'all." He was like, "I'm good over here."
Oh, he sure did. Yeah.
He sold his money and his championship ring. He was like, "Look, I'm good over here. I can't wait till my day in court." And I was like,
Like if you better hope you ain't guilty because you gonna be one they gonna nail to the cross.
It don't take but one piece of paper and it's a wrap.
Hey, but like I was telling my homie earlier, I was like, sometimes man they group people in stuff, guilty by association.
And,
and you know what I'm saying, the media
gonna be like, well, you knew.
The media so quick.
Yeah,
they don't move quick enough to be.
They do too much. They do too much sometimes.
They do.
So and he the only one that came out and said something. Everybody else is silent.
His publicist probably was at the house like, no.
Shaking.
Cause my thing is though, this is a Fed case.
Yeah.
The people know the feds don't come to your house unless they already know what the fuck you done did.
They already
got indicted. Oh yeah.
They just need to dot the lines and
Yeah,
cross
but
the
that's
T's.
why I said like you can be guilty by association. So if you associate with somebody, let's say you might have, he might have been at one of these appointments with one of these players. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But just the fact that he was with him, that means you complicit too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say
That
he
could have been something so minor that like it doesn't even count.
Yeah.
But because now that they're talking about that,
They gonna
like
make it count.
anything that
and they
resembles
put his and he's
like
the most
that.
recognizable face, so they put his
that
face
group.
on everything
That's
on social media.
Hey, at the end of the day, man, the news, like to his point, yeah, they could have all done this shit. You know, we probably wouldn't even be talking about it if they didn't. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, dog, the news isn't there to report the news. The news is an entertainment
news,
industry. You see what I'm saying?
and all that.
So they don't give a shit if what they're
it's right or
saying.
wrong.
Exactly.
Right.
It's about them clicks. It's about them views, and it's about them, subscriptions to whatever.com. That's what it is, man. This is selling a juicy story. That's their priority number one. So he might be right on some he might be like, no, he's innocent, or no, what he did doesn't constitute what they're talking about. And he's probably sitting at home like, man, there's a bunch of bullshit. This is crazy.
No, he did this shit from his plane, his airplane.
Yeah, he was in his plane.
He's on the plane with
he
on the airplane.
I'm making money.
Yeah, he's probably just pulling
scam.
up
Don't need to scam
on his
nobody
phone.
for it,
He
yeah.
might just be looking at all this shit on his phone, cracking up. Like, this is
Ridiculous.
Yeah, so he,
I just saw for doing that.
Dave Chappelle talks about this shit all the time. How one little thing throws
quick.
into the media world, and by the time it gets out, it's a whole completely different story.
Yeah. I mean,
hopefully for his sake, because when he did that, because I know
that's their world. I don't know about that.
No, I mean, I'm in regular people. I'm down here in the regular.
I know. I'm regular, degular.
right.
Regular, degular.
Regular, schmegular.
I ain't got it.
Right.
Well, it is what it is. And then, what's up? Did y'all check out the Hip Hop Awards? From
So
BET?
I didn't see it, but then when I was going through my IG feed, I was seeing some stuff from the BET. So I watched the Nelly performance. It was super dope.
Yeah,
So
I just
he,
watched that
it was
a
dope.
little over an hour ago. I checked it out.
Like,
Checked the
look at
replay
your
out.
old ass getting it. You better do your thing.
Yeah, I was interested in seeing the Toby and Guigwe
That was dope too.
performance.
I like
that
him
was-
and his wife
that was
performing
good.
together.
That
Is
boy
dope.
slapped.
I love them.
That boy
Yeah,
slapped.
them together,
start
their
to
energy
finish.
is amazing.
What?
Yeah, I didn't see it yet, but I did see
Beyond
a
energy.
couple like winners and shit like that. Like I saw Hit Boy won Producer of the Year. That was super dope to me. You know what I'm saying? Because he,
Man, Hit
to
Boy
me,
been on it.
yeah, he that dude.
And the ciphers weren't too bad this year. They were kind of tame compared to some of the ciphers in the past as far as how hard they were going. But I did like this year that with some of the ciphers they did, they also reached out to the LGBT community. Instead of it just being just males, just females, they were able to actually express themselves across the board. So I thought that was really dope this year too.
Yeah, I didn't see any of I didn't see any of the ciphers, but I saw a bunch of people on Facebook saying a lot of negative things.
Really?
Some folks in their own negative world.
I don't know. It was
Hey,
just like,
listen.
man, these guys really can't rap. Like that's all I saw on Facebook. These people
That's
can't
been the thing.
We
But
knew
that's
that
been the
already
thing.
before the BET Awards came out. We
I
had
mean,
a
that's
whole
the
bunch of
thing
folks
with
who
they
just can't do
ciphers
nothing.
the last 3-4 years. It'd be a couple of good rappers and a
Couple
bunch
here
of
and there.
bullshit, and then it'd be a bunch of
Yeah.
bullshit. You like,
I don't know. I don't really
'Cause
watch
what's the
award shows like
criteria?
that.
me neither.
You just gotta
I
say your
got away from watching
ABCs.
awards
So
shows.
I don't
Yeah.
know what the actual criteria is to be on the live ciphers. I know with some of them you have to do like votes and that kind of stuff, but like some of the ciphers that I watch, so you had like a group of 5 people, and out of them 5, 3 was kind of like okay, and then 2 was straight slapping. But then it was one I watched, and I was like, so you knew somebody who was like, please put
Right,
them
you
on
had a
here.
friend who
Exactly.
pulled
So
some strings.
and I understand like if you got a
Politics
group
of
of
the game.
10, you're not gonna have everybody not gonna be a banger. You just not gonna
Right.
allow it to be that way because then you
Right.
got a whole different situation going on. So I'm like, okay, it was kind of what I expected. But for those that I was truly listening to their actual lyrical ability, it was really good.
That's why they need this book valid next year. And that's
why you playing.
And that just
For
be the
real.
end of it.
Come on, let's get it.
For real.
Manifestation station.
I did see some of the nominees, and like when I saw Producer of the Year, and they had like Alchemist on there and Hit Boy, and like they had some where I was just like, yo, this is dope to see. It was the same feeling I got when the Grammys, like when they finally kind of got it right, because like us hip hop heads, we would always kind of like discredit the Grammys, like they don't know nothing about hip hop, so of course you're gonna see a bunch of trash up there. But then this past year or last summer, when Nas won a Grammy for Album of the Year, who was nominated? It was like him, it was Freddie Gibbs and Madlib, it was like all. Royce was nominated. It was all quality hip hop shit. So something changed at the Grammys where like the hip hop community was like finally kind of like, all right, this is credible now. You know what I'm saying?
And I think too what happened with that is because when you talk about the age of people and how we've listened to music through the age and grown up with certain stuff, now we are those people who are making decisions. Yeah. So we have a little bit more of a voice in making sure these things actually are broadcasted and given real value.
Right. And it just goes to show too, there's so many different worlds of this shit where it's like whoever was on the Grammy board that said, all right, the albums of the year are going to be Royce, Nas, Freddie Gibbs, and Madlib. Whoever was on that board, you can kind of tell like they're in a whole different world than what the radio plays. You see what I'm saying? For the most part, like mainstream radio plays. Usually, I've never turned on mainstream radio here in Detroit, or even usually in other cities, and hear. I never hear Nas on the radio unless it's on him and Lauryn Hill.
On SM
but all that
radio.
new shit,
That's true.
You don't hear it. If I turn it on, I don't hear Freddie Gibbs on the radio, but he's nominated for a Grammy. So it's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying?
Big statement.
There's a world, and the radio, mainstream terrestrial radio, caters to a specific age group, a specific demographic. But obviously, we can tell that the rap doesn't end there. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a very small slice of the pie. And the cats that are out here getting nominated for BET Awards and Grammys and shit like that is still like the quality shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not the most popular shit with 17-year-olds, but it's the most quality shit.
Don't know
so
nothing. They only 17.
It's okay.
They still got Similac behind them.
Shout out
So
to
Jay,
Similac.
did you see anything?
I did not, but I did see Toby's performance.
Toby.
I love Toby and Fat. Plus Fat from Grand Rapids. And she always rep Grand Rapids too. So
Every time.
She repped hard.
All right,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. So I thoroughly enjoy them whenever they perform. That's my thing. I like them. Their energy is just
Electric.
from start to finish.
Contagious. Yeah.
Yeah,
From
they put on a hella fast show.
From start.
I'd be tired just
And
watching.
then I love seeing their daughters at the end.
But it's having that family. It just sounds. It looks wonderful because it also projects that we all not broken. Like we got things that we work out and we do things together. No matter even if we in separate households, we make this shit work.
Right.
And so it's a very good picture of what real life is for most of us.
Right.
It's not just this other situation that y'all see on TV that y'all think all of us is going through.
It's true.
That's a good point. I like that.
Very true.
Good take.
I'm a little smart sometimes.
Come on,
I see you out here.
Come on,
See you out here. You know what I'm
with the
saying?
philosophizing.
CT fired up. I'm just saying. Boom, boom.
Man. Okay then. So we're gonna go into our I guess, semi-serious topic. Suicide. Specifically in the black community, black men.
Yeah.
I'm so shocked at some of the numbers, yo.
Numbers are astronomical.
And I mean, like,
The numbers are astronomical. But I think
you just.
But I think too, Boog, one of the things that a couple things played a factor, because y'all know I'm the mental health thing. That's y'all know that's what I really stand on. But a couple of things played very serious factors over the last year or so, and part of it was we as an entire culture were now isolated. So a lot of people who are normally able to, when they hit that depression phase, go out and hang with their friends or go out and do this over here to kind of balance out that depression that they're not seeking help for, that they're not talking to anybody about, that they're not medicating for. Now I'm at home in these four walls and I have to deal with myself. I have to deal with my failures. I have to deal with all the things that I want to do that I can't do. And for a lot of people, them dealing with their own reality, they can't process that.
Right.
So like during the pandemic, the amount of suicides that happened with black men as well as with children under the age of 12 was astronomical.
Which I think that is.
I have a girlfriend who lost two of her kids during the pandemic. Wow. Both of her sons, her oldest two sons, committed suicide.
Yeah. Wow.
And she was barely holding on, but I'm like, you still got this one baby left. You got to work it out. But that's the thing is, and most time when it comes to suicide, there are no real signs.
Right.
You know, because most people who would go through depression, which, hello, I'm a wonderful person of depression, we are very good at masking what's going on because we don't want to be a burden to other people.
Right.
And so then when it gets too much or the weight becomes too strong, most times you're at home by yourself. And at that point, there's nobody to talk you off the ledge. And so it's a big thing, I think, that we have to push, not just in the black community, but for men as a whole, that it's okay to talk about what you're going through.
Right.
And that nobody is going to judge you because very well the person in the room with you is going through the exact same thing you're going through.
There's definitely a stigma in the African American community where it's looked down on to seek help. It's considered emasculine. It's considered, you know, not strong, very weak, and that is quite the opposite. I think that it takes a tremendous amount of strength to come to grips with the fact that there is something that is concerning enough to want to seek professional help in a capacity where you're sitting with an unbiased person who you can pour into and won't judge you, and will also provide a scientific reason as to why you act the way you act, why you feel the way you feel, why you process things the way you process, and not just your friends being like, oh yeah, I've been through that before, and this is what I did to get through it. All your friendly psychologists that you know, team up with, but to have a professional person, but to have a professional point of view to say, no, there's actually a reason why this is your pattern, or there's a reason why, this is a reason why you experience things in this manner as opposed to somebody experiencing it in that manner.
Plus the confidentiality of it. You're able to go to that person.
Exactly.
And
leave
legally, it has to stay there unless they know you're going to self-harm or harm somebody else. They leave it there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But, I mean, a lot of it comes from this, obviously being a black man. That was one time a black boy. You get raised as a boy of, when you cry, shut that cry, baby, shut up.
Yeah.
You acting like a girl. This, that, and third. Like, you grow up on that
like
shit.
You can't be emotional.
Yeah, like you have like your older brothers or cousins, shut the fuck up.
Toughen you up.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, you better shut up or I'll punch you in your chest. Like, shit like that.
You're going to make me cry even more.
You got a whole...
crying first.
And you have like a... Then you
and have a bruise.
Then you got a generation that raised men that way and turned it around to do it to other men.
Yeah.
I mean, because even as a parent of my two sons, I had that problem initially for a while. Then, luckily, I'm just got common sense and realized it was just like, hey, you got to learn. You got to let kids just talk.
But you know, I had it for a minute because you know I got 3 grown kids now, thank God. But my oldest is my son, and for a while I'm like, okay, because you know I was a tomboy raised around a whole bunch of dudes. Shut that shit up. Why are you crying? Like, ain't nobody even touched you yet. What is wrong with you? But then I had to take a real step back and say, okay, something is happening. There's a reason why the tears are coming. And then I had to also create a safe space in the house. So at least, so once my kids got to when they were like 5th or 6th grade, every week on a Friday night, what we did was we sat down and it's open forum. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. Ask me any questions you want to ask me, and it was no judgment. So that when they did become adults, they didn't have a problem talking to anybody about what was going on with them. Because I realized that as I was being raised, even though I'm not a black man, as you all can see, I realized there wasn't. Baby, I got the receipts to prove it. But I realized that even with me being in the situation that I was in, I was forced to be stronger than what I was. And it was always a thing of, we don't do that, we don't do this, we don't do that. And so as an adult, trying to realize that having those conversations helped, it's a big hurdle to get over. And then also realizing the traumas that you went through that you didn't even realize was trauma. You thought that was regular life because everybody was going through it. Everybody getting their ass beat, so clearly it must be what is supposed to happen.
Say that again.
You know, and it was a thing of you didn't even realize ain't nobody supposed to beat your ass every day. Like, damn, how bad can you really be? If I was really that bad, it'd be a whole different situation in my life. So just taking a step back about some of those things, and then also when we do look into seeking help, make sure you tell your therapist what you're looking for. Are you trying to talk about your traumas? Are you talking about the sexual abuse? Are you talking about those things? Because also sometimes when we do get doctors, we get the wrong ones. And we don't know, or we think that it's not our place to say, you know what, you don't fit. I'm not getting anywhere. I'm not processing anything. I'm not getting any better. And we keep sitting with the same person and nothing happens. So now you still going through the same trauma.
Looking for different
Because all
results.
they did was like, here, take this Lexapro, you'll be all right. And you don't even know what's going on. Wow. So it's a lot. It can be, you know, we don't have that kind of time tonight. So, but it's a lot to it. And again, like I said, you know, that's a big thing for me. And I really research it a lot. And I talk to Native Child a lot about it because she works out at Haven. And so just talking about those things and then realizing and like just looking at social media, people are hurting. And they don't even know how to express their hurt besides either hurting themselves or saying rude things or hurting other people because hurt people and they don't even realize it.
Facts.
That's a bar.
You know? I'm just saying.
That's a bar.
You know I got bars too.
That's a bar.
She said I got bars.
I got bars.
Facts.
That's a bar.
That's what we doing.
That's what we doing.
All right.
I told you I missed being in here. Let's get it.
Drop these little
That's a
gems
poetry
real
rewind.
quick.
Just drop the mic.
Rewind.
I'm sorry, I ain't gonna get so serious, but you know.
Nah, I'm just gonna finish it off by, you know, speaking to all the black men. If you paying attention, it's okay to ask for help.
Man.
It does not make you weak
Facts.
At all.
if you're struggling with something. It does not make you less of a man. If you're dealing with depression, or if you're dealing with some type of abuse, whether it's verbal, emotional, or physical, it does not make you weak to go get help. Okay, hear me out. And I'm talking from experience because when I was 18, I tried to OD. All right? It's serious. You can't let other people impact your life that way where you feel like the only way you can get out of it is by taking yours. That's not the answer. You know what I'm saying? So it's somebody out here that give a shit about you, and you got to start giving a shit about you too. Forget what everybody else talking about. Value you first. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it does not make you less of a man to ask for help.
Absolutely.
Regardless of what they try to tell us on a regular basis, trying to call us punks, fags, and everything else. You know what I'm saying? That's not a shot to, you know, the LGBTQIA community.
But even
I'm just saying this is what we're called when we're kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You gay, you faggots, you this, you that. You know what I'm saying? You weak, you a punk. You ain't a man. You know, we get grown and they like, oh, you can't handle that? You ain't a man. Nah, if I can't handle it, I need to get some help. And it's okay if I need to get some help. It's okay if I need to talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like our people are dying at alarming rates. Especially since COVID.
Yeah.
So it's okay. Ask for help. Segue
Like that.
to Kanye West and LeBron James. If y'all haven't been paying attention, Kanye West has been investing in a school that's actually named after his mama, Donda. And you know, one of the big things that's made it a story is that with this only being like something that's been happening recent, they've already attracted, you know what I'm saying, 4 and 5 star recruits for their basketball program. You know, I think it's great that the school is getting this pub. I'm glad that Kanye is doing something else outside of what we know him to be doing with the music. Even the stuff that people say is controversial. It's only controversial because he's been saying it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if people been paying attention, we all know that he kind of been all over the place. But most people that think along the lines like him, that may be considered maybe a genius or whatever, however people want to classify somebody as, they thoughts always scattered. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And I call him a savant.
You got to read in between the lines a lot of times with Kanye. So Kanye actually make a lot of sense if you really pay attention outside of the theatrics.
Yeah.
You know
and even then, in their mind, everything is where it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Well,
They waiting for you to catch up because they already there. Of course
it is. I mean, but you know, the crazy thing is, if you look at any past interview clips way before now, he was talking the same type of stuff.
He was.
Yeah. We just weren't paying him no attention because his platform wasn't
as big as it is now.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He wasn't Kanye.
He wasn't a pop star.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So
pop icon.
Yep.
So so what y'all think about Kanye?
What do I think about Kanye? Oh, the school.
I'm about to say that's a whole different conversation. The school, I think, is the school. The school is
for the school.
I just think the only thing I really worry about, like when we talk about the people doing school and stuff like that, is the 4 or 5 years from now, the same hype still being there. That we don't, or that they don't create these situations, had this first group of kids do this, and then that next group comes and they have nothing. Those expectations are still not there, or not being met. Because sometimes people get tired and they start falling back. Yeah, the follow through.
Well, I think what's gonna give this longevity is that he's really mainly an investor.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
He's not too involved.
He's not
he's not like he on the board.
I don't think he should be. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It would be dope if he could do a music program, though.
It's people that's actually running.
Professor
So it's kind of like
if he could be like the dean of music or something like that, like just on the slick,
and we don't keep it all the way real. He kind of just the name and the face for the school. Right. You know what I'm saying? They just happen to be named after his mama.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was like,
where's this? But it'll be more of LeBron's. It'll be more of LeBron's school format. That
It's in Cali?
I guess it's in Cali. I mean, we'll see how it grows. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it's going to stay.
I just feel like Chicago needs that way more than California.
They do.
Way more.
But Chicago is a whole different situation with you. The political climate in Chicago is different too.
I heard he invested in that all boys school.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
I don't know to what extent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
I might look into that.
Right, because now I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna do the Googling Linda because I gotta find out more information.
So ain't no telling how active he is. Ain't no telling how active he is in Chicago.
The real life.
You know what I'm saying? Because
right.
We ain't gonna never know everything.
He not
that
Chicago fad
you know
no
what
more.
I'm saying?
Right.
So he LA fad.
I mean, he ain't really LA fad because he don't even live in LA.
Kanye fad.
He was Wyoming fad. He Montana fad. Wyoming fad.
Wherever he at.
He lives in Wyoming.
Yeah, he
like
farm.
get it right.
Yeah, like he owns.
He got a mountain.
He got all his 40 acres. Like I got it. Don't holler at y'all. I got it.
He owns
his
40
acres and acres and acres of land. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Big ass piece of earth.
With the Billy Goats and everything.
So, but one thing I will say,
piece of earth.
You know what I'm saying? When he talk about ownership, like people need to
very serious with that.
Really be on that because black people really don't own shit. And he like, yo, y'all need to own some shit. We can talk about balling and being all this and that. Like y'all niggas need to own some shit.
But then just segueing that, just
you know what I'm saying?
Off the subject a little bit. Most people don't even realize, okay, I own my house, but you don't own the land.
That's
the thing that the house is sitting on. You renting land.
That's true.
You still renting.
That's true.
Like you need to buy from the ground up, like not just your house. And most people don't realize that gives your whole life different value. Just you know, with that little sprinkler.
You just a bucket of sprinkles, aren't you?
First of all, because I've been at home for a year and a half.
Got all the tidbits.
Sprinkling all this little, seasoning on life.
Giving all the love tonight. If y'all not tuning in, y'all better get these sprinkles, because she got them bitches on deck.
Absolutely.
Shit.
Over here with this Lowry seasoning salt.
Me, man.
Life.
No
Sprinkle me, man.
So real quick before we move on, LeBron James. His new innovation center.
Sorry,
I saw clips of that. That shit looks sweet as hell.
I'm done with you.
It's crazy because I actually saw it first from his agent.
Okay.
Who posted it on Instagram, and I was like, "Yo,
you know what I think?
This is dope."
Like they were showing the technology, like how when he hoops, like everything is accounted for, like the pressure, like when he bounces the ball, how hard he steps when he runs.
Wow.
Like these robots, like they can sense everything, and I really think this is gonna lead to. Eventually, there ain't gonna be human refs. It's gonna be you're gonna be playing on a full blown digital court. Like it's gonna know if it's a foul or not because it's gonna be able to tell the velocity and the speed of when you jumped up and hit the dude on the way up.
You take the fun out of the game when you break it down that much.
And it's gonna know,
but it be true and even. Like
it's.
Well, they did that when Steph Curry started shooting all them threes, and they broke down his shot. Like, they broke it down to the science of even the flip of the... They did that, so I could...
There'll be no... Now, the only reason they won't do that if the technology exists is because they want the dispute to exist. It makes sports exciting. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, that wasn't a foul. He fell by himself.
Yeah.
You know, you leave it up to interpretation. It makes it more interesting. If everything was like 100% correct all the time, maybe the sport itself may not be as interesting.
I gotta fuck up every once in a while. Every now and then, just for the arguments. Yeah, you gotta fuck up every once and again.
You gotta fuck with the call just to cause an argument at the barbershop.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Now you got me thinking of the Jetsons on the court.
Girl, I was watching it the other day. I was having to enjoy myself.
Yeah, you know. Technical foul.
Right.
Milwaukee.
I can't stand you.
2 shots.
Damn, go to bed. You about cutting my mic.
I'm just saying. You know.
No, but for real.
It would not. That wouldn't be fun. I mean, maybe do a different league that does that.
I mean, we don't know.
I would say
it could be that way.
In football,
I wouldn't.
The Lions would definitely need
absolutely
straightforward.
They need some love.
Not that they deserve any credit. I'm not hating on my hometown, but man, since I was a kid, I've seen some plays where I was like, that is completely wrong.
Incorrect.
By the ref.
Right.
And there's no disputing it, but somehow, some way,
right.
And it's just
also the Lions. They be treating them so bad.
They treat them like kids.
And my thing, if they gonna lose, let them lose on their own. You ain't gotta help them.
Like, I'm a big pro wrestling fan. So is my man's right here. I know. I feel that pro wrestling that's scripted and already predetermined and yada, 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 and professional sports are way more like each other than they're different.
Really
and the only reason I say this, and I'm not saying sports are fake, I'm not saying it's already planned who's going to win the championship or not, but I do think, I do think money talks.
Absolutely.
And what I mean by that is, you know, people used to always say there was like the Jordan rules, like the certain star players could get away with more than like the dude who's the bench warmer. Well, why is that? Well, let's say I played in the NBA and I have a gajillion-dollar deal with Adidas, right? Adidas is only going to give me that deal if I ball out. Or they're not going to give me that money and put me on the poster. So what's the best way? Just like the mafia, we're going to make sure that our investment works. Hey, NBA, we do a lot of business with y'all.
Right.
We just pumped in a gajillion dollars into this one athlete. Make sure he looks good when he's on the court. So our shoes sell that we put his face on.
You get that picture.
If you don't think this exists,
I just think they have a meeting at the beginning of the season.
The sport,
then
I think you kind of gullible to believe this is like 100% straight pure.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it's 100% straight, you know, WWE style, but you best believe, you know, who gets those endorsements from Gatorade, Nike, yada, yada.
Who's on the Super Bowl for like the last 10 years.
Yeah, you're going to see that, man.
Yeah.
You're going to see.
It's just like the Super Bowl this year. Somebody from LA is going to the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah,
absolutely.
man.
If you pay attention to how the NFL's been marketing this year, the LA teams and the Raider team, Las Vegas. Those teams have been on TV way more than anybody else in this short period of time because they got those new $1 billion stadiums.
There's so many Raiders fans out here in this world.
They're trying to build up those
as they move from space to space.
Man.
LA and New York is always, you know what I'm saying? The only reason New York ain't pushed in the NFL is because they team suck.
And that's why I say it's not 100% like WWE. Right. You still actually have to show and prove.
With Tom Brady still being in the league, they still leaning towards Tom Brady.
Yeah,
it's
well, his cheat, man, that's a whole different story.
All of his movement is just Tampa Bay. Come on now. They couldn't have made a better cliche for that man. Tampa Bay. That shit was kismet. That shit was kismet. It was like, where can he go? That's gonna make his name sound catchy.
And then what was that referee in the NBA that a couple years ago he ended up going to jail because he admitted like he was throwing games and shit.
He went to jail.
That was more than a few, probably about at least 10 years ago. But he was one of the referees in the Spurs and Pistons game 7. And he said there was all kinds of influences on that shit.
Yeah, he's out of jail.
But he can't ref anymore, though, right?
He'll never be. Right. But he says, look, if y'all think I'm the only one doing this,
I'm not
y'all tripping.
Yeah.
Because if I was, it wouldn't work out the way it works out.
Exactly.
It's a
greasing
wonder
palms
why.
everywhere.
It's a wonder that some of them don't get messed with.
And maybe I'm biased.
You know,
I can tell you now, and everybody noticed they hate Detroit.
I was just about to say,
absolutely.
And
so think of
NBA has changed rules twice because Detroit won championships.
Just think about it.
They came up with the Jordan rules after the back-to-back.
Yep.
When the Pistons won in 2004, they changed the defensive rules because they figured out the Pistons figured it out.
Well, even before that, the '88 team.
Ooh,
that
the
lost
shorts.
in 7 games to
when
the
we
Lakers.
We
should have won in
game
6
6.
games.
Yeah,
and it should have been over with.
And in 2005, man, I'm telling you, that ref was involved in that game. That's fact. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like,
but Rasheed's still favored on my shit list.
you know, it's just
the one thing on the court. His name
they
is
said
Big Shot
we you know, people have said we played. We didn't play like rest in peace Kobe Bryant or like Jordan or like flashy. You know what I'm saying? We played like a hard nosed defense.
Yeah.
Bad
boys.
We played street ball.
It was team ball.
We played street ball.
You know, they would say
Pick 'em up.
the Pistons played a less entertaining style of basketball. So of course, you know, if that's the case,
They
you know,
played the game they love.
champion.
That's why finals after.
Hold up. That's why LeBron got passes in 2007.
Yeah.
They won it.
Yeah.
They did not want the Pistons to go. The Pistons was on their way back to the finals again.
Because they was on their head.
They only lost in 06
was one of the most record low rating finals ever. Like when LA went down 3-1, it was, I think that clinching game was like to this day the most lower rated NBA finals game ever.
What does that tell you? And that's why I say this shit is a lot like WWE. Like, you have a star that's the most entertaining. Okay, he has the most charisma, and it's obviously like a pre-planned sport. It's not really a sport; it's a show. It's theater. But it's like, yeah. So you script him. You know, if he's your main good guy, John Cena, The Rock, or whatever, you have to have a bunch of guys. The Rock shirts and T-shirts and toys and whatever are only gonna sell if when you tune in every week, he's whooping everybody's ass.
Right.
And having
It's the
support
same shit in NBA,
Right.
man.
Or if he's getting cheated, and you want to see him.
Yeah.
You
If
wanna
this
see
is the guy that's on the cover of your
The Wheaties box.
thank you.
He the
or your
primary,
video
he gotta
game,
support and
he
cast.
gotta win, or this shit ain't gonna work. Our investment ain't
Your
gonna
money
work.
gonna go to Bob. Yep.
I'd be mad
Something
if I
to
got
make you
my
invest into the
script
journey of the person.
Yeah,
and
man.
my team was losing, and I got my script. I read that shit like, man, goddamn,
Now you sons of bitches.
always on the losing team.
Yep.
I did not come here for this shit.
What the fuck? What season do my team win?
Good point.
Never.
Bullshit.
Touche. All right.
When
So-
do my team win?
Ken Brass.
What I do now?
Brass.
We about to kick it with you real quick.
Oh, I thought I did something. Like I did. I've been.
For y'all that don't know,
that y'all know about.
Ken Brass, founder of Sound Off Sundays, open mic. If you don't know about it,
Yeah.
he's about to tell you.
Period.
Tell the folks what they need to know, because I'm gonna tell y'all now. Like, I DJ'd Sound Off Sundays for a short period of time.
It wasn't a short period, nigga. It was
And
like almost 2 years, off and on.
it was a short period of time
What
because
did I just say?
Equad has surpassed that. He's the man. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Equad.
Shout out to
Shout out to
DJ
Equad.
He can't do it. No one
Legend.
can.
You know what? Shout out to Equad.
Shout out to my man Equad. But yeah, man. So I got to see the event grow, and kind of like in the beginning, and you know what I'm saying. For there to be like Sundays, we would be there, and it was like
2 people.
6 people in the room, or you know, you got the people that come and they perform and then they dip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We
And watch
there
this
to-
baby grow up.
you know, going through the whole thing of just, you know, can't like, man, dealing with these artists.
The audacity.
It's the bullshit.
The audacity.
Unmitigated gall, even.
Yeah,
Share.
but I
Unmitigated.
tell you one thing though, when that boy started hitting though,
Oh, yeah.
Folks was flooding them lines.
it started hitting, and it really like
Took off.
it happened like real quick.
Yeah.
I feel like we was talking one Sunday. It was me, him, and Phil, it may be somebody else, and was just like, man, this mug is gonna pick up one day. It's gonna pick up soon. Phil being, as cheerful and glee as he is,
Right.
like, we're gonna ride this thing out. We here every other Sunday. Let's do it.
Right.
And it felt like literally it was like 1 week, like it turned the corner, and I forgot who he had as the feature. But like after that Sunday,
it blew up.
Bang.
it was like every time we had that joint, it was like all of a sudden the open mic list was done in like 5 minutes.
Yep.
Yes.
And then he had to come up with a rule to be like,
ain't no call-ins. Don't tell your friends to sign up. If your ass ain't here, you ain't on the list.
because they was like sending folks,
We can't hold your
sign up
spot.
for me. You know what I'm saying? Until I get there, type thing. It was like crazy.
Must be present to enter.
And then they started following him every time he moved like it was free G's.
What year was it when it started?
What year did you start?
That was November 2014.
Oh shit!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
SoundCloud turned 7.
7 years, man.
Yeah.
Turned 7.
That's crazy.
Got a whole second grader.
Congratulations,
SoundCloud's a whole second
Ken.
grader.
Congratulations!
What's up?
Whole second grader.
It's an accomplishment, brother.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, like for real, because most open mics do not last 7 years.
Yeah, my mic sounds nice. Only
Listen,
lasted 5.
But I was coming though.
You surpassed what I did and Katrina Storm. Nah,
Yeah.
Katrina Storm was right at 7 years. You didn't surpass her.
Yeah,
Damn.
Like she had the longest running joint.
Mm-hmm.
Well, damn.
Yeah.
History
you doing
lessons,
big
niggas.
shit in real life. Like we be serious telling you doing big shit
There
for
you
real.
have it.
Y'all need to pay attention. Y'all
There
need
you have
to
it.
get down with Sound Off Sundays.
And then think about how many folks you done had on your stage who actually got deals and shit now. Like you
Right.
done let a lot of folks get on your stage and
I'm talking
actually
about-
showcase themselves and get exposure.
Facts.
cats dropping they first projects at your joint.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Collaborations.
I think that's what I took pride in when I did the open mic joints. You know what I'm saying? It was just like seeing cats who they very first projects, they very first performances,
And they
people working out the
grinding.
kinks. So they, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they
see, they
performance,
growth
they
in
act.
the artistry.
Yeah,
It was rewarding to watch people launch and get started and
See,
overcome
progression.
fears. I had people who had never performed in front of people before.
That'd be the
Come to my
stuff,
mic
yeah.
sounds nice, and then after that, first few nights, they done got
It
all
was
the
on it.
confidence in the world. They going to other people open mics
Right, they
and
like
all kind of
superstar.
stuff. Yeah, they doing the whole open mic circuit.
But
Yeah,
that's what the open mics was
That's
for.
what it's
though.
for.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what
Facts.
it's for.
Yeah. So what would you say was the most difficult part of the process of growing the event?
I guess just getting it to catch on initially. I guess just trying to figure out how to promote things, get word of mouth, making sure it's positive experiences. So when somebody tells somebody something, they go like, "Oh, okay," because word of mouth is still your best form of promotion. End of the day,
Right.
you can have a $1 million promotional Facebook on $1 million on Facebook promoted anything or Instagram or whatever, but if your man tells you like, "Hey man, I heard about this spot such and such, and over here on Sundays, go check it out," that tends to work.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So just going through that growth period of just trying to figure this shit out, trial and error, bumping my head, ready to quit a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? It was just but at the end of the day, just when you get into like the culture and you understand it's a need for certain shit, and you hear bad stories about other events and how shit get ran and people get played, and you just feel bad. You like, well, and then people tell you like, "Yeah, I like coming here because you don't do such X, Y, and Z that I got to deal with over in ABC."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It just make you keep going, and then like, so you get to see the growth of people. You get to see people come in for the first time. You be like, "All right, well, come on in.
Yeah.
We all right. We don't bite. It's cool. Go on up there and do your shit. Sing your song and do your rapper. Do a cartwheel.
Sing your song and do your rap.
Do your
and do a
cartwheel.
cartwheel.
Juggle that baby.
Juggle the baby. We don't condone any juggling of any babies around here.
You can juggle babies at Sound Off. We ain't gonna tell nobody. Just don't drop it. Then I'm gonna call CPS.
Dangerous.
That's some foolishness.
It's
So
dangerous.
Talk to us about your struggles with venues. What has that been like? Because I know for me, dealing with venues
And
is
me.
crazy. I think I want to say I'm glad that my event took a shift, because when I first started it, I was at an actual spot with a bar and all that other stuff. So the whole thing of you got to make this amount of money at the bar
To
It's gotta
keep
be
it
this, it's gotta
open,
be that.
yeah.
And that actually was the reason why the first location we was at, we left, because they started tripping about what they was making at the bar.
And that happened to me too.
Me three.
And it's crazy.
And nobody has thought, maybe we should change how that happened.
But see, this the thing. It was crazy because even like after the fact, the guy that was managing the spot, he was like, "Man, and we should have never cut y'all." He was like, "I mean, we wasn't making a ton of money, but what they was making for that one bartender that was working." They was cool.
Was enough, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It was straight.
But the owner was like, I need to be
on that money hungry.
This is the only rate I can be open. It need to be like this.
Like, why you putting all that pressure on me in my one night to keep you open?
One night because you don't know your financial plan.
But this the flip side of it though. We had the people there.
Right.
Exactly.
But y'all service sucked.
Yeah.
Book to capacity.
So if somebody at the bar and they like, yo, can I get this? And this is what's supposed to be there. And every week you're like, oh no, we ain't got that.
Or if
every week though,
or if your event is like 8 to 1 and the kitchen closed at 9,
or the kitchen supposed to be open at 8 and y'all don't get there till 10, get your life right.
Yep. That. Yeah.
Like those are the pieces.
Went off on a whole over my tangent, then we.
But those are the pieces because most owners don't think about that part. They be like, yeah, you can have your open mic here, but they never think, well, let me talk to you and find out what you need.
Right, and let's
make sure we can work this.
Nah, they don't think
they might be about that money.
They like, if you coming to me about an event, they expecting you to be able to bring them something.
The full plan, right?
That's the only
it's not about growth.
About it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, he was talking to you. We sorry.
Well, we all have been through this
shenanigans.
We all been through this exact same bullshit though.
Yeah.
Like the very first place I started, I signed off the place downtown that remained lame because fuck them niggas.
Fuck them.
Same shit.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like I had an agreement with the manager, but the owner was just on some whole shit, and it was just like, you know, me being a brass. So I was like, well, fuck you.
Okay, I'm gonna fix my hair on that one.
And step outside if you feel the kind of way.
Fix my.
There you go.
I mean, I'm willing to fight about my shit.
So, and that's how I ended up with Phil, because it so happened, ironically, when that shit went down, Phil had just took over the space where the gallery was at, and I'm just told me to take a drive, and I just spent the block. I knew he was over there.
Wow, that's how that happened. That's dope.
And then I just pulled up on him. He was like, "Yeah, well, come on, I'm starting this. I need something to be like a flagship event. You can be that. Let's grow this bitch together."
And Brad had us parking down the block, walking in the dark, trying to get in.
Exactly what happened.
And and that's what it was. And that was another thing that was part of my. Go back to the one question you asked about, like making you going through your struggles. Going through struggles over there, but that's another reason I didn't give it up, because it was partially I wanted what Phil was doing to grow too. Because I'm like, what he was doing was good as a whole, outside of what I was doing.
Right.
So I was like, somebody got to stand 10 toes down with this man. Yeah. Right. What are you doing?
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's my man, $100,000. I love Phil. That's my dog.
That's real.
Yeah, Phil, my dog too.
You know what I'm saying?
My dog too.
But then that worked out. But then he decided, he was ready to be done with that space, and then going through different venues, and then Big Rona happened and was like, I'm gonna knock all this shit over.
Came in the kitchen like, fuck y'all, I'm out.
And then shit up and left. Like,
period. Dropped the mic and busted up.
What?
Because like I said, when we was over at Spread Art, and that was a good situation, but by them being a nonprofit controlled building, and Big Rona knocked all that shit over, and they was just like, Big Rona still knocking shit over. And then the people I'm currently dealing with at the high function, there was another thing where they were starting a thing, somebody that I was friends with at the ownership at the time, same kind of thing. It was like, are you going to start back up sound? I'm like, I don't know. I'm waiting to see what's going on with the venue. Big Rona knocked all this shit over. I don't know. And
y'all a big ass bully. That's what happened.
Keep saying knocking shit over. It's so silly to me.
Big Rona did knock all this shit over. All this shit over.
Everything.
Fuck your.
But they was like, well, they trying to start up this thing. They need something to help draw people in. I'm like, well, I'm with that, because I'm about building with anybody. I'm gonna build. I build with whoever. If you want some real shit, I'm gonna help you build. So we was over there on 8 Mile, the spot on 8 Mile, and that was going. And then the city said, I'm gonna knock all that shit over. And they knocked all that shit over. And then went over on 6 Mile to Raw Space, another spot again, doing what I do, help build up a space, work with some cool people. And then, just the reason I'm not over there is because of just situation with the hours on a Sunday night. They got families.
Gotcha.
I get it. I got kids.
Yeah.
But in the interim, the people that had the spot, the high function people got a new spot that I'm using currently on 7 Mile. They bought a building. So they got to deal with certain situations that led to the city knocking all that shit over before. And here we are. on 7 Mile, 5249 East 7 Mile, just east of Ryan on Monarch. From my east side of people's is right next to BB's on 7 Mile, right next door. It's right.
Sorry, say it again. 'Cause I'm trying to get a visual.
You know where BB's is, right on 7 Mile?
No.
The food place BB's? How you live on the east side don't know about BB's?
Because I'm a West Sider.
And I'm a West Sider too, but still I know about BB's.
And I got OCD, so I don't eat everywhere. So I'm sorry.
You know what TaylorMade is?
I know where TaylorMade is.
So a little bit further down from TaylorMade, like not even like 4 streets, but on the opposite side of 7 Mile. That you know where that church is? Right there, right about there, the opposite side of the street.
Oh shit!
Right there, the building with the big ass parking lot, fenced in parking lot.
I can go to that.
Yeah,
That's around
You
the
got
hood.
fenced in parking, y'all.
Okay.
Better get that full coverage.
So you like the space?
yeah, it's a good space. Like they're still building in Ox. Like I said, they just took it over in August, late July, August. So
Okay.
still in the infancy stages, but it's still serviceable for what it's doing.
Right.
Valor was just there on this past Sunday. You know what I'm saying? So, and like so, they got what I love about it is the outside part of it is just big as shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited. I'm excited.
You're looking forward to the spring summer
Right.
season.
But
Like the first show we did it outside and it worked out well. So I'm excited for when the weather comes back around again. It could be an extended kind of thing.
Okay.
And another outside things I can do because it's big as shit out there.
Cool.
Okay.
Block party. Okay.
So what's the next steps, or like where do you see Sound Off Sundays going? You know what I'm saying, from where it's at now. Like is there a next thing? Like you still checking boxes for what you want to do with the event?
Yes and no. I mean, it's an open mic, so it only has a certain level of expectation it should have. It's there for people to come, kick it, hang out, check out some dope people, fellowship, eat, and go the fuck home. That's what I tell people at the beginning of the show. The order of operations is we're going to check out this amazing talent. We're going to eat some good food. We're going to get the fuck out of here and hope y'all have some good sex at the end of the night. That is the order of
That's
operations.
always a plus.
That is the order of operations.
Thanks for manifesting that.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. So I mean,
Something wrong with y'all.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
He like, I mean,
It's
That's
the
just
little
me.
things. Let's get it.
I mean, so that's just my thing. I'm just keep just being in a space where
I'm just
doing what I'm doing, what I can for the artistry in the city, giving them a safe space to come through. Ain't nobody little dog and nobody.
right.
I don't give a fuck. Yo, Instagram got a blue check mark versus this nigga over here that got his mama following him.
Yeah,
You ain't
like
no
in
in
real
this
life.
in this bitch. You ain't no better than the other nigga. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Wait your turn.
We said fuck.
hey,
Wait your turn.
But
If
I
you-
love that about
mean-
Ken Spot though because it humbles you when you come in.
I don't deal well
I
with
know you
egos.
I know you on the list, but your name ain't till 7. Nigga, go sit down.
Exactly.
Right.
Like
I love
like
it
I
because
don't.
everybody got to be at the same place.
Like I don't deal with egos well. It's just I can't do it because I don't have one. So I'm not gonna cater your ego. I'm not gonna try to figure out your ego.
Right.
Sit your happy ass down. Go the fuck back home. I don't care. I mean, pick.
Right.
pick
Still got
pick
your
one.
$10, nigga.
Right. You're not getting it back. You're not getting it back. You're not gonna whoop my ass. So
At
I mean,
all.
what's gonna happen?
You
You gonna
gonna
sit
go
there and be
home.
quiet
Right.
and wait your turn.
Yeah.
You know what
And
I'm saying?
I think
Period.
because of how you do things and because you treat everybody the same,
Right.
that's where your respect from the entire community comes from. Because it don't matter who walk in the door. Oh, Valentine here. Okay, it's $10 though. I'm gonna see her when she get in here though. But also because of the respect that you have, though none of us mind paying. Like if you told us you ain't gotta pay, boy, bye. Let me give you this money real quick
Support
because we
you
respect
regardless.
what you're doing and what you're creating.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's just my thing is just respect. Like my respect is my respect. Like at the end of the day, because I'm gonna give everybody their respect. You gonna give me mine. And I think that's a big problem just in the city right now is people don't respect certain people because they perceive status.
Correct.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, nigga, Detroit is not that motherfucking big.
It is.
I mean,
nothing.
that's what you need to understand. Ain't too many niggas out this bitch got the $1 million deal. It's Sean, M, Royce,
they had
Bodie,
to grind to get it. It wasn't an instant
soon to
thing
be
for them.
valid.
What hand is
Some
Thank you,
people like
brother. I
valid.
appreciate
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's not that many niggas that got that's made it. Like you still going to the same gas station I'm going to. I can still
Right.
see you at the Coney.
Right.
You know what
I
I'm
still
saying?
see your mama house over in
You know what I'm
Coney
saying?
Gardens. Get your
Like,
life.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like people got too big of egos of what the fuck they are in life, and you shouldn't be that way. That's not how shit works. And that's probably why you're not where you think you want to be because you blocking your blessings being an asshole.
Exactly.
Correct.
You know, I'm an asshole, but I'm an asshole in a good way. You be an asshole in a bad way.
to hear that again. For real. Some of y'all.
Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Like, I mean,
For real.
like case in point, like my man Valid, like Valid don't talk enough of his own shit
Oh man.
And I always talk Valid shit for him when he's around.
Right.
Because Valid is an endorsed rapper. He's got an endorsement deal.
That's what's up.
He does he's got an active wrestlers theme music for AEW.
Yeah.
Ethan Page.
This is a good segue.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is
Valid been grinding.
Like Valid been grinding for fucking Valid. Yeah. I knew about Valid way before I met Valid.
His name should be
you know what I'm saying?
Like Valid on my grind.
You know what I'm saying? Like Valid is like I'm saying, but it's people like Valid that you would think would have that kind of ego that some people that don't have the shit that he has under his belt has.
Right.
That Valid is humble as shit too, and that's why I fuck with Valid. Plus, he a wrestling fan, and we watch wrestling
Appreciate
together.
it, my Jeezy.
Watched it to him in Chicago.
Thank you.
Watched it to him in Chicago.
But
yeah, that was dope. That was dope.
Yeah. So speaking of that. That was a great segue. I mean,
I
he
know.
pretty much
See
gave,
what I did?
See, bro, so always make it do what it do.
My man.
So I was like,
this my man Valid.
Yeah. What up, though?
He always dropping some fire.
Hey,
absolutely.
I appreciate that, bro.
Paying attention. You know, the joints that he got with Stretch Money that recently dropped.
Thank you. Thank you.
Make sure you go get the Plump EP.
Thank you.
And you should watch this
on
video.
vinyl.
Listen,
that shit sounds great on vinyl.
Thank you.
I love the Plump
vinyl.
EP, bro.
The Plum Brandy EP.
The Plump Brandy
man.
EP. That's what I meant. Plump Brandy EP.
You good?
I bought the shot glasses.
Yeah.
Just so I could be at the crib. I'll be at the crib every time I take a shot. I'll be like,
yeah, dog.
the Valid on
And
the
then
side.
Valid got this amazing video called "I'm Blessed" with an amazing song.
Yeah, my dog.
And then somebody might, you might
be
notice.
You had a
might
cameo?
notice,
Oh, yeah.
might notice
You had a cameo? You had a cameo?
You got a cameo?
You famous?
I'm an active part of the video.
Yep.
My G.
His name is
My
famous.
man
You might notice your man's in
reached
there.
out to him. I said, hey, bro, I need
He's
some.
famous.
Feeling some kind
My
of
man
way right
pulled
now.
up.
He
Did his
famous,
thing.
famous.
That's
And
what's
that
up.
was another amazing thing too. I was shocked
Need
as fuck. I'm like, you want me to
autographs.
do what? Me?
I need an autograph. Here go a pen right here.
You my man's, bro.
Like for real.
On Bolígrafo.
So for everybody that's tuning in, my man Valid got a release party coming up.
Yeah.
All right.
Next Saturday.
It's going to be at the Old Miami.
Yep.
Saturday, October 16th.
That's on cast.
It's hosted by my homie, Ellie San Diego.
All right. Big ups to Ellie.
Bar Queen.
Like,
Absolutely.
Right.
yo, it's at the Old Miami, located at 3930 Cass Avenue in Detroit, in the Midtown area, if you're familiar with it. Make sure you go out there, man. Support my boy.
Thank
And it's
you.
only $5 to get in.
It's only $5.
Only
baby.
$5.
You
Yup.
can't
In 2021.
beat that. On a
$5.
Hold on. On a Saturday.
For the five ball.
Dude.
For the
And
five.
the lineup is
Saturday.
crazy.
That's
And the
man.
lineup
I have to come
right
through.
And then the lineup.
Yeah.
So tell us about it.
The lineup we got. So my homie, you may know of him. He's not on the flyer because we just added him last minute. My dog Loki from the Weirdo Gang. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. We got super dope, super talented, like R&B, hip hop, neo soul. Her name is Sister Stone. She gonna kill it. Super dope singer. And then we got, you know, my man's my bar spitter. You know what I'm saying? My guy Kid Vicious of Heaven Studio. He's gonna be there. He's gonna do his thing. And then, you know, you got yours truly, the Big Val Boski doing his thing. And my man's Hero, the Beatsmith. My man's Hero. He's going to be playing live beats, you know, off the... I don't know what he's going to bring, but he's going to be playing live beats for about 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
So it's going to be dope. And then what's super dope, man, is this is like a joint thing. I don't know how many of the listeners out there, y'all probably know about Funk Night. It's a legend. It's been around for almost 20 years in Detroit. So this is an official Funk Night. This is like a special Funk Night because we are celebrating the vinyl that they're putting out of my song I'm Blessed. So the songs aren't new, but this is a special limited edition Funk Night release with I'm Blessed on the A side, and on the B side of the 45 is my joint with Elzai and Jessica Caramore, Bottled.
Oh, yeah.
And
dope.
hence why these 45s, the pre-orders come with the special Modelo bottle with my Mihailo logo on it with the song information and shit.
Oh,
and that's why Modelo
Branding.
is sponsoring the release party. So shout out to Modelo. Yeah, dog. That's why their logo's on the flyer. I didn't put that there for fun. You know what I'm saying?
That's some branding right
Yeah,
there. That's
yeah.
some branding.
So,
yeah.
so it's a crazy story how that happened
brand your
too.
shit.
Because you a hustler.
Because I'm a hustler.
'Cause he's valid.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. But yeah, so come out Saturday, October 16th. It's going to be dope. Oh, but it's a funk night. So DJ Head, world famous legend, DJ Head, my guy, He's gonna be playing some funk records. My man's J Mac, Soul Controller from Funk Night Records. They're gonna be playing a lot of funk music, but then they're also gonna mix it in with the the hip hop and shit. And
again, it's only $5.
And it's only $5. All-star lineup. I promise you, it's an all-star lineup. And I purposely, when I run my shit, I like when I do my release parties or my Valentine's Day shows that I do every February.
Those are always
always, I try to pack out the building. And
it's the branding for me. Like
it's the branding. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I always make sure that there's enough time at the beginning of the night that it's a party, and I don't let the rapping and the singing and the performances go to all the way to the end of the night. I like that shit to end early, like right in the middle of the night. So at the beginning and the end of the night, we party and we having a good time. DJs are playing, exactly. DJs are playing whatever the fuck you want to hear. We drinking, we having fun, we talking, and we're not just. Because you could rap motherfuckers to death and perform them to death,
right?
And so to me, it's
and even you could be dope too, though. But it
don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. There's a key word here. Vinyl record release party. It's a party that features live performances. See what I'm saying? So we're gonna have a good time. There's gonna be merch there. We're gonna have the exclusive 45s on sale.
And it's only $5 to get in.
It's only $5.
Only $5.
In 2021, you gonna party on a Saturday for the $5.
And you gonna party like
and this is my first performance since pandemic came through and killed it.
You ready?
Other than the YouTube performance that I did, the Valentine's Day 5 with the live band and shit.
I need to go on YouTube and watch that random views up. That shit was amazing.
That shit was
man, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. That was fun. That was the only time I did anything. I've been in the studio during the pandemic, but that was the only thing I did like as far as like live or anything like that was, we had to improvise and do it Tiny Desk style. And
it came out
which
amazing.
I think is dope too.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah.
And this is why this man got sponsorships.
Yeah.
And not sponsored by the car wash down the street.
Right.
Yeah.
Modelo was $1 billion beverage corporation.
So besides the release party, what else you got coming up? What else is in the works?
I got some shows out of town coming up. I'm not announcing yet because they need to send me the down payment.
Period.
That's real talk.
So we got some of those.
Lives where the money resides.
That was just I'm being silly. We got some of that shit. What else? I got music in the vault that I don't want to announce yet because it's special. Ken knows about it.
I know about something.
I let him. Yeah, dog. Don't say nothing.
Excited over
there. But
when he dropped.
Yeah, dog. It's. I'm gonna just say.
Oh boy.
Next year is. I got a joint album coming with a Detroit legend.
Yes.
And this album gonna be the hottest shit. Period. 2022.
That's
done.
dope.
You know what I'm saying? Done.
I heard somebody.
That's what's up.
Cliffhanger.
Simple as that.
I'm ready. I'm ready to see what you got popping.
Cliffhanger.
Never disappoints,
So we can expect Valentine's to be coming back.
Yeah. I mean, I expect it. February 2020. Unless God forbid, I don't even want to put this in the air, so I'm gonna just skip what I'm about to say. But
so it's gonna be back in February.
February 22 is we on and popping. Valentine's Day. This will be the 5th one. Valentine's Day 5, and I always try to do it bigger than the last. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all need to give a class
That's what's up.
on how to hustle.
All the artists that's out there, I need y'all to take a cue from
like for real.
my man Valid. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to establishing who you are as an artist and your brand,
your business.
Yeah. Of course, moving the right way, but just being consistent.
Being business savvy
with what
moving the right way.
Yeah, you gotta grind consistently.
Just being consistent with what you putting out. You know what I'm saying? The content that you put out. His interaction, with people online. You know what I'm saying? Is always 100. Because he's not one of those guys that if you holler at him, he gonna be like, yeah, don't talk to me type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Never that.
Yeah. He ain't never be on that. Like he collaborate. You know what I'm saying? He share
everybody.
He share other people's shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Always,
Super
man.
supportive.
And can I say one thing I commend Valid on? I have never seen Valid name in bullshit on
Ever.
Never.
Like never. And I think that's one really big thing. I think because most artists, they think they got to do all that extra bullshit to get their name out there, and they don't realize they tarnish themselves because they're not just being genuine.
And
absolutely.
I've dealt with a lot of bullshit, but I don't put it in the public atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? I just recently I did an interview we got on that topic. Like somebody said, like, have you ever been beefed out with anybody? And I was like, yeah, but you ain't gonna know about it
because it's not their business.
I told them what I'm about to tell y'all. It's like, to me, I really love this Detroit hip hop shit. It's like, you know what I'm saying? In a weird way, we all know each other, and it's like family. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And just like if I was beefed out with somebody in my family, that's gonna stay private. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a couple people out here I do owe a good sucker punch to. You know what I'm saying? Like if I were to say their names, you would know who they are. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you're not gonna know who they are because I wave that Detroit hip hop flag just like they do. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? If I was beefed out with my cousin, and we were at the club, I still got my cousin's back, even though he owed me $300. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna still sock someone in the face for him. But then when we leave the club and get back to the crib, it's back to this issue we got at hand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The public
shit,
don't gotta know my problems with
that's real shit.
my brethren. You know what I mean?
No, I feel you.
So now if somebody went out there and you know, if really like says something vile about me, then you know what I'm saying.
That's
I may
different.
have to. That's different
Right.
if you make it public. But
just know I'm right.
Exactly.
I'm
you know
right.
what I'm saying. So, but if it comes to like other Detroit hip hop artists or some shit like that, nah, I ain't gonna throw stones. Not publicly. Maybe privately. You know what I'm saying. You know.
I hear you.
Simple as that.
That's dope.
I mean, that's how it be.
a dope way to go though. That's real dope shit.
So,
It's goofy.
man.
Y'all goofy as hell.
So where do you? Okay, let me see.
Goofies. They goofy.
So like, what's next, or like,
What's next?
Where do you see you going, like
At
2022 and beyond, like
wherever God wants me to be, bro.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? That's simple as that. I don't know. I learned. It took me a while to learn, like, just, you know, I mentioned Hit Boy earlier, and he had a dope verse on Nas's album, and he's got this one line that just like expressed everything I've been feeling lately when he said, like, just focus on the output, not the outcome. Just make sure you're making good music and you put your hustle in, and whatever comes from it is gonna come from it. You know what I'm saying? Whether I'm at the BET Awards next year or whether you know what I'm saying, I'm not. It's just. Let me just do my job correctly.
Right.
Let me just make sure I'm
Play
the best
my
MC
role.
I could possibly be, and I'm picking the best beats I could pick, and I'm putting out the best music and the most exciting content. And let me make my moves. Yeah, you know, I'm always out here trying to get more. You know what I'm saying? I just came back from LA. We was networking like crazy out there and meeting with labels, and so I'm always trying. But it's like my joint, you know, that he was in the video. I'm blessed. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I would be a selfish person if I'm not happy with what I already got in life. You know what I'm saying? It would be like a spoiled brat. And I know it's easier said than done. We always want more. We want more success. We want more money. We want more this. We want more likes. We want more follows. We want, hey, how come he got that look and I didn't get that look? But it's like, dog, I already got so much that other people don't. And I've already achieved so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I could look at my own resume finally and be like, God damn, motherfucker, you did this shit, like, straight up. And it took a long time. Like, you know, I'll be the first to say, and I hate saying this, but I'll just, because we on the topic, like, it took a minute for my music to get good. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just keep it 1,000. You know what I'm saying? That's just is what it is. And my hustle and my grind kind of kept me in these circles. But now it's at a point in the last 3-4 years where it's like, yo, I can walk in with that chip on my shoulder, like, who want it? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's hit play. Play your song next to mine. I promise it ain't gonna be better. I can have that, like, confidence. That in there now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like look at the stages I've touched and look at the people who put me on their albums, and you can still sleep on me maybe because you have a certain first impression of me, and that's nobody's fault but my own. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, if you can, you know, go listen to the Mihailo album that dropped in 2019 and shit. Play that shit and tell me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel very confident in myself, and that was
as he should.
And that's one thing that took a minute for me to achieve. Like, I knew it myself, like, damn, man, this motherfucker over there, his album banging, and I know my shit ain't that good. Like, what do I gotta do?
Right.
You know, and I formed a team around me, and I stuck to the craft.
That's key.
And now it's just hit play on the music. I can stamp what's, you know, if you don't like it, you don't like it, but I know I love it, and I know people out there love it for good reason. They're not just being nice, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Think about it.
You know,
Modelo's not gonna sponsor this man's music and branding if it was ass.
Yeah,
Right.
you know,
Shout out to Modelo sponsorship.
Like,
yeah, man. Yeah, thank you. Shout out to Modelo. That's a crazy story how that happened. And shout out to Funk Night. Like Funk Night, all right, they've been doing Funk Night, the parties, for almost 20 years, but they're a label, you know what I'm saying? And they put out mostly funk music for almost 20 years on vinyl. That's what they're known for. And they got, you know, worldwide distribution and shit. And they don't put out a lot of hip hop, but when they do, it's Detroit hip hop. And in 20 years, there's only a handful of names that got Funk Night releases, and it's all people that like are my heroes.
Okay.
Like Elzai, Guilty Simpson, Fat Cat, Fat Father. Funk Night put out motherfucking Danny Brown's Hybrid album that really put him on the like next level.
So I feel good.
So it's just like I know
because I know all the people.
Yeah. So it's just like, to me, these people are the dopest of the dopest to me. You know what I'm saying? And
real hip hop.
Yeah, and this is the creme de la creme of Detroit hip hop, and for me to be on that very short list, you know what I'm saying? I know it sounds like I'm, peacocking right now, but it's like,
because you don't work hard.
Yeah, Funk Night don't do that unless the shit ain't dope.
But what you standing on, you need to record something. Right. You standing on some shit.
Yeah, so the way the Modelo shit happened is crazy. So in 2019, I dropped that Mihailo album. That both of the songs that are on this 45 are off that album that dropped a few years ago. Dope. And when that album dropped, we flipped Modelo's logo and sold not a million, I wish. Sold a gajillion t-shirts of the Modelo logo, but it said my name, Mihailo, which was the name of the album.
Right.
And we flipped that logo real dope. And we had like crop tops for girls. We had black sweaters. We had t-shirts that were like matched the exact colors of the album. It was super dope, but it was the Modelo logo. And our version of the Modelo logo. So when Funk Night hit me up, and they're like, yo, let's do I'm Blessed on the A side, and on the B side, we want to do Bottled. And I was like, well, shit, this is kind of like paying homage to my Mihailo album. And I hit up like Funk Night. I was like, yo, I got an idea. What if like the pre-orders off of my website come with like an empty Modelo bottle, but with my logo, my version logo, and it has like the Funk Night Records logo on the lid of the cap of the Modelo bottle, and it has like the information about the album, and it looks dope as fuck. But I'm like, but it gotta look legit. Right. Like it needs to look like an actual Modelo bottle. Like the stickers can't look janky, none of that shit. And Funk Night was like, they gave me the green light. They was like, yeah, let's do that. That's a dope idea. And so it was super dope. And then when we booked the release party at Old Miami told the Modelo rep what I was doing. And I was like, that's not good. Like, they're going to hit me with a cease and desist. Like, you know, I've seen shit go down like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, damn, they're going to find out I've been selling these shirts. And nah, it was the complete other way. There was like, yo, how about this? Throw our logo on the flyer, and we'll show up at the release party. We're going to give out free beer and free Modelo, like swag and shit like that. I said, let's get it, baby. Like, this is what's up.
Hell yeah.
The right way.
Yeah.
That's how
your blessings come right away.
So it's going to be, I'm just saying, in a week and a half from now, Saturday, October 16th, it's going to be motherfucking some crazy shit. It's Modelo, Funk Night, and Valid all in one building, along with all this talent and Grammy Award winning DJ Head, and you know what I'm saying? It's just about to be like, it's too many molecules,
right?
You know, popping in one building. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Old Miami. We
shout out.
You know, and you know I'm gonna bring that fire on stage, man.
Absolutely.
I've been, you know, itching to rock a show, man. So it's gonna be something special. I got a couple surprises, this, that, and third.
I'm in that bitch. You should be in that bitch. Tell your nanny come be in that bitch.
It's only $5, baby. Saturday, October 16th. Oh, and here's my last.
You bring your nana. I'll pay for your. You bring your nana. I'm gonna pay for your nana at the door.
There you go.
I got nana's $5 on.
Come on. Bring the whole family.
I got Nana's $5 on me. I got Nana covered at the door.
See, now that's gonna open up a whole lot of doors.
Bring your Nana.
Come on, man.
There's gonna be a lot
Ken
of
said
nanas.
it.
Bring your Nana.
And Ken gonna have to have a whole lot of $5.
I got it for Nana.
How many
so
nanas?
before we get out of here, go ahead, Valid.
One little last pitch too. Like the vinyl, the actual 45 that we're celebrating drops on October 26th. Like it's in stores, in record shops. October 26th. Funk Night starts selling on October 26th. But the pre-order, and there's only a few left, are available at valid313.com, and it's only the pre-order that comes with the exclusive commemorative bottle. Okay. And the bottle's free. It comes with it. And but there's also a deluxe that comes with the I'm Blessed t-shirt, the bottle. But the reason why I say this is if you order it now, if you're local, you're in Detroit, you can choose on the website that instead of paying for shipping, you can just choose to pick it up at the release party itself. So, you know what I'm saying? There's going to be a box with your name on it, waiting for it at the merchandise table.
You got to wait on Amazon. You
yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
Right.
So just, you know, if you're in Detroit, you plan on being at the release party, whatever. And that goes for all the stuff on my website, not just the vinyl. You can order anything on my website, and you can pick it up at the release party Saturday, October 16th, and skip the shipping.
Dope.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Give it up for my man, Valid.
Appreciate you.
So real quick, Valid, tell everybody where they can find you at, how they can follow you and all that good stuff.
All my social media. Yeah, all my social media is at Valid313. My name's not Valid313. A lot of people think it is. My name's just Valid. But all my social media is Valid313 because valid is such a common word that it's hard to, you know what I'm saying, grab that for any social media. So all my shit's Valid313.
Right.
And go to valid313.com, YouTube, Valid313, everything. The whole world is Valid313. And yeah, I'll see you Saturday, October 16th. Valid and Stretch Money, the new single Like This is banging right now through all your speakers. Yeah. And it's your man's, baby. You know who it is.
Brass, tell them where they can find you at, brother.
You can follow the open mic at Sound Off Sundays Open Mic. You want to follow my crazy ass? It's Brasshole81. If I know you, you can add me on Facebook. If I don't know you, your friend request is gonna sit there and collect dust.
Period.
To know the upper echelon.
Right.
Yeah, Sundays is coming the weekend on Sunday. Pull up. $10 before 9, $20 after. BYOB, BYOW. Good food from Premium Taste Catering on deck. Lamb chops and macaroni cheese and all that shit. We got a hookah vendor. We got... We're getting some hookah. We got a bartender on site, hookah vendor on site as well. Good time, good way to close out your weekend. Get ready for that Monday morning grind. Mm-hmm. Pull up on me.
Shenanigans.
Miss Valentine.
What up, though?
I know her.
What's up?
So they told me. Y'all can Google me. Fuck it.
Tell them about your crochet stuff real quick. And
okay, so the crochet shit is Yarn is Art. Yarn is Art is a company that I created in May of 2021. Our slogan is Art You Can Wear. You can find us everywhere. I'm located on Etsy at etsy.com/shop/Yarn is Art Shop. Or you can inbox me and I can let you know what I got going. If you follow me on any social media, you can see the stuff that I post every day. I'm creating something new. I take Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, everything. And if you see something that you want to have created, just reach out to me. Even if I haven't made it before, we can sit down together and put a pattern together and make it happen.
And it's about to be fall. Get this yarn, niggas.
I just want some the little ear things.
You want the wraparound? Mm-hmm. Okay, we can do that.
That's gonna be cute with my Tony Braxton bang.
It will.
Look at her. Love should have brought your ass home last night.
Anyway,
I can't.
She turned 54 today, looking like a whole fox on that piano.
Yes,
did y'all see her lift that
I saw that, yeah.
Yes, she did.
I said, Tony, my God, auntie. Yes.
And I still do the music shit.
Give it to him.
It's not in the forefront of my brain right now.
Understood.
But it's there.
Say less.
It's there. If y'all need me, I'm here.
And she means that shit.
Yeah. Contracts and all. We can get you LLC, EIN. We get your whole life right. Get you a DUNS number. Let me know.
This lady is connected. Okay?
Listen to it. I call her the plug. I've been calling her the plug for years.
She's connected like a run-on sentence.
For years.
This episode, I'm going to put that on my page. I never thought about that.
She's connected like a run-on sentence. She just don't stop.
Ma'am.
That is funny.
It's facts.
I'm done with you.
Yeah, big
So my lovely co-host,
Ow, ow.
what's up? Tell them how can they find you.
Y'all can find me at JAY on my grind. Because I would stay on my grind.
And she can sing. Don't let her not tell you that she
can
can't
sing.
sing.
Watch out.
Not sing, she can sing.
Y'all,
That's a singer over here.
I don't know what you're talking
In case y'all didn't know, that's a singer.
don't let me in.
So,
Don't leave me out.
but make sure y'all follow my co-host
Just saying.
at J on my grind. You can find her on Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah.
Check her out on Facebook. She also
Facebook
got
is personal, though, you know.
facts,
Yeah.
but
Again, if you
y'all
don't know her.
y'all can still find her and make sure that you stay
Watch Fire
tapped
with
in.
Fire.
You about to cut your mic off. Shut up.
Told you.
You brought me here on a Thursday.
I'm trying to close out the show.
Told you.
Let me close out.
I don't want to.
Badass kids.
Turn this mic off. See what he told
Don't
you?
put your nose in
I
the damn
said
corner.
that shit at the beginning of the show. Turn his mic off. It's off.
Again, follow my lovely co-host
Period.
at J on my grind.
Ow, ow.
Twitter and Instagram.
Yes.
Make sure you stay tapped in with her because she's also doing her
Keeping Detroit warm.
keeping Detroit warm.
Yeah.
Her fundraiser that she does every winter.
Yes.
The winter season.
Looking forward
make
to
sure
it.
whatever
On deck.
gently used winter items that you have, or if you feel it in your heart to go buy some new items
Yes.
that we can give to folks who are in need
Facts.
during the winter season. It's a lot of people that are homeless.
Yes.
A lot of families. You talking about families with like kids.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Who need coats, scarves, gloves,
Socks.
so socks
Man.
too.
Yes. Socks are
So,
important.
If you can donate any of those items, please do that. So
I
make
have some
sure you stay
information
tapped
posted
in
soon. Yes. So stay tuned. Stay locked in to the
to J
kid.
on my grind.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And you can find the info on GrooveRadioDetroit.com too. So when it's ready, you'll be able to see it on the website.
Facts.
Shout out to everybody that's following, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in on Groove Radio Detroit. Also, my people on Podcastic Network that tapped in today. We appreciate you. We do this every Thursday right here.
Yes.
Live, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5:30 West Coast time. Make sure you tap in with us, man. We got some dope people that's coming in studio to hang out with us over the next few weeks. We will be posting, so make sure you pay attention. Next week, 8:30. We're going to bother you every Thursday night.
Shenanigans.
So
On
this
deck.
is just like the tip of the iceberg. We might let Ken come back. We might not.
His mic is still muted. I think his mic is still muted.
We
I
might
don't know.
let Valentine come back.
Thursday
We
nights
might
are
not.
good to
Yeah, the
me.
party's still real in here.
Thursday nights are
No,
good to me.
but shout out to Valentine. She always been rocking with me. Shout out to Jay
Yes.
for rocking with me.
Yes, yes.
I love y'all.
Also, shout out to our crew that we was rocking with earlier in the year. You would definitely be able to see some of them as time passed. They're going to be
miss my
coming on.
friends.
So shout out to Dr. G,
Dr. G.
Tangerine, Sir
Tangy.
Brock. We appreciate y'all too. Mad love to everybody. Shout out to Valet for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
My man Brasshole for coming
Yo.
through. Shout out to Miss Valentine. We appreciate y'all again. This is the sparring session. We do this each and every Thursday, so make sure you tap in because we got some stuff coming for y'all.
We ready.
Me
So
and,
spin the
me
block.
and, me and
Come
Jay, we gonna be podcast of the year. I
Ow,
promise you.
ow.
Look at
All right.
claim
All
it.
this manifesting that done went on in the
Let's
room
get it.
tonight.
Podcast
Let's
that
claiming
is.
it.
So
That's
we
not
out
on
of
that.
here. We'll
Ow.
see y'all next week.
Pull up.
Deuces.
Peace.